A couple questions have been asked. The first one was, how do we know from the Bible that Christ would have came and died just to save one soul? Not all of humanity, just one person, because this is said many times by preachers and all of this. So we're going to go to the Bible to find out what Jesus himself says. In Matthew 18:11-14, it says this, "For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. What do you think? If a man has 100 sheep, and one of them goes astray, does he not leave the 99 and go to the mountains to seek the one that he was straying? And if he should find it, assuredly, I say to you, he rejoices more over that one sheep than over the 99 that did not go astray. Even so, it is not the will of our Father, your Father who is in heaven, that one of these little ones should perish." One of these little ones is just one human being, one individual on earth. The context here is talking about children, but it applies to all humanity. Just one he would come and rescue. Now there's two ways to take the parable of lost sheep, either in the realm of the cosmic or in the personal intimate. With the realm of the cosmic, we see that there is a whole universe out there, and that we are just one galaxy out of many. Thousands, billions, we don't even know how many to number. So, when you actually look at our galaxy, it can be considered lost, because humanity, people, living organisms, are located on planet Earth. So this planet has been lost because it fell to sin. So Christ, God, came down to Earth to save this one planet. Now that's on the cosmic realm. If we take it now on a personal realm, it can just be applying to the fact that Christ would have came onto planet Earth just to save one individual. Even if every single human being ever existed rejected, he would come to save just the one lost sheep. It also is said in the same context in Luke, dealing with the same parable, is in Luke 15:7-10. It says this, "Afterwards I say to you that likewise there will be more joy in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 just persons who need no repentance." Then in 10, "Likewise I say to you, there is joy in the presence of the angels of God over one sinner who repents." Here, it's giving you the visual that when Christ came and rescued or reclaimed earth from sin and from death because of his death, all of the universe was rejoicing more when he came back and was enthroned on heaven. All of the universe was rejoicing over that deliverance or saving that which was lost. And we know that the same will be done on a personal level for us as well. Now, this he was referring to himself, because in John 10:11, Jesus calls himself the Good Shepherd. And in Psalms 23:1, we know David proclaims that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want, in Psalms 23 verse 1. So this is pointing out that God has an intimate, personal relationship with one human being. In Luke 12:6-7, it says that God even counts the very hairs on our head, and that he knows when sparrows fall or when they're fed. And how much more can we be valued for God than a sparrow? If he can count all the sparrows doing those activities, then he even numbers the hairs on our head, so he counts us of more value, more esteem than the very animals that he has created. And in that, we know that God has this intimate connection and is wanting just for one to be saved, if not all. So the second question that was asked to us was, did Adam and Eve have the mental capacity to know that they were being tricked when they were perfect beings? We can start to find the answer in one of the epistles that Paul wrote in 1 Timothy 2:13-14. By this we know that Adam wasn't deceived, but Eve was deceived. So she didn't necessarily know, because deception is actually believing something to be true when it's actually false. So it says that Eve was deceived and then fell into transgression. This whole thing, they were in a perfect existence. So this kind of falls in the category of 2 Thessalonians 2:7, where it shows that sin or that lawlessness was a mystery. So If sin and lawlessness is a mystery, it's the same thing that took place in heaven with all those perfect angels. It just arose, was found in Lucifer. The same thing happened with Eve. It just started mysteriously taking place within her. So if we continue and look reading through the account of the fall in Genesis 3, from the original language in Hebrew, we get a sense of this mystery. From Genesis 2:24, after Adam and Eve was created, woman was created, and Adam gave his poem. After that, it said that they were supposed to be together, cling together, cleave to one another. All of this means that they weren't supposed to separate. They were supposed to be with one another. In the beginning of chapter 3, it shows that Eve was alone. Why was she alone? Where was Adam? We don't know any of the answers to these questions. She's drawn somehow then to the tree of knowledge of good and evil. How did she get there? Why was she standing in front of it? The fruit itself had never been tasted. The taste of it, the feel of it, all of these things were mysterious because they were trying to stay away from it. We don't even know what evil was because they were created in an existence of goodness. So what was evil? This was a mystery as well. So at this weakest point where this mysterious thing was taking place, Satan, at her weakest point, used the most beautiful and cunning creature to lure her in, the serpent, and she believed what he was saying to be good, and we know that from verse 6 as we read through. Then she shares it with someone she loves. You don't share something evil with someone that you love. So the same mystery for the origin of sin that appeared in Lucifer resurfaces in Eve. Sin is an intruder, for whose presence no one can give reason. It is mysterious, unaccountable. To excuse it is to defend it. Could excuse for it be found, or cause be shown for its existence, it would cease to be sin.